be running Sova and Omen on the effys. They didn't change once. Where Corey switched it up a little bit, I'd say, right? So on Bind, he played the Raze. Haven, Corey jumped into the Reyna. And Ascent, he went back, or he went over to the Breach. So you get a little bit of a mix with ZachaREEE playing Killjoy and the Cypher. So it's interesting to see NRG sticking with these same characters, like not even map dependent, which a lot of teams, they'll flex depending on the map, right? Some, like you'll see Breach a lot of times on maps that allows Ultimate to have more effect, but it's interesting from NRG to just stick with that one comp.
Spike planted. One player remaining. One player remaining.
Oh, the nade is going to force effys back. APC, he's going to have to peek this. Yeah, and Corey had no choice but to stick that spike defuse. effys living from the nade, but will not be able to escape the explosion of the spike. And all in all, pretty straightforward, I would say, from NRG. A simple mid-hit, right? Get that U-Haul control, force phase into that awkward engagement. Pretty simple, cut and dry. And Som, interestingly enough, if I pull these stats back up, as I was mentioning, they ran the same comp on this, like, every single map. They now are running, interesting enough, on Bind, they're going to be running the Raze instead of the Jett. Just an interesting little thing to keep a note on, because we know Som famous for that Jett play.
One player remaining. Spike planted. One down.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, the nice thing, especially with Bind, it's a lot of close angles and difficult things to clear, right? Like, just look at the orbs and U-Haul and Hookah, right? Key parts of the map. You're going to see a lot of orb contests very early on for both teams. The orbs on Bind are very gettable for the attack and defense. There's a lot of fights depending on your econ or forcing the orb to get an ultimate for somebody. And the Boombot just allows you to help you clear showers. It allows you easy access into Hookah. You just follow it in. You'll see it used towards Octagon a lot. It gives more space for your team to follow up with it. Same idea with an Owl Drone. So I do like Som on it. Plus, you can still be crazy just like on a Jett with it. It gives you that movement as Corey. Gonna have to move his way out of Hookah. KOLER will chase him out as the Vandals will make an appearance. And a risky angle being taken on site. And it seems like it was just a little bit of a front from NRG. Hitting the TP with 2, but they maintain Hookah control bogs. Means they can always leak on back over.
Is it going to be the fake back towards A? Yeah, it is going to be an A hit. The B is a fake. Extra player being drawn back towards B2 with that utility going out. Here comes the first curveball. Nobody's down just yet.
30
KOLER
seconds
leading the
left.
charge. Spotted nobody. Time is starting to dwindle significantly too. KOLER needs this first, but he gets nothing. BABYBAY opens it up. Hit's going to come out towards the A site. Here we go. Marved with the paranoia holding from U-Haul, trying to shut down the first peak. Takes down Som first. Now there's a swing from the Cypher with him. eeiu with 1. eeiu going for more, but it's ZachaREEE with both. Out of this round, and NRG have sacrificed this one. First gun round goes the way of FaZe, and they do it quite well.
a very prolonged and pulled out round from NRG. Daps wanted that Vandal. Rawkus, I'm assuming that's how you say his name, Rawkus, not in the mood to allow him to get any upgrades or weapons saved. And if you look at that round objectively from NRG, I like the approach, right? They force hookah control right away. Key part of the map. It's a pivot position, gives you pressure to the B site, and makes rotating out of B difficult. They force hookah control, they gather it, they force TP early, they kind of get the FaZe members rotating around, but then they wear the clock down a bit too much. It's a double fake. We're going A, but they maintain hookah, execute on a B fakely, and try to walk up mid to get into a U-Haul. But FaZe don't over-rotate, they don't panic, they don't bite. So that early on, NRG are going to be judging and basing a lot of their plays moving forward on that round specifically, because FaZe simply didn't over-rotate. They kept their anchor, and they stayed calm, which is good for FaZe.
That's a very good look for FaZe early on here. Marved going to get that first kill onto Som too to start things off in this round. Flame wall going up, and a flame's already getting at least initiated. Marved has a second there. KOLER unable to get the curveball out. Paranoia countered by Marved. He's still holding down towards U-Haul. Teleporter taking the spike. Finally makes his way through in the hands of effys. Look at this hold though coming in from Corey. He's been spotted out though, but it's Marved to go through the teleporter. Has a quad kill. Looking for the ace. Probably not going to find it as daps is so far removed from everything else. And it should be a 2-2 score line here, but what a play from Marv. They're never relinquishing that hookah control. Okay, daps, maybe you get an extra kill here. Don't think he'll get much more, and Rawkus will put him to bed. Overall, though, fantastic work there from Marv out towards U-Haul, but NRG, I can't help but wonder if they would have gone together, things could have been different.
Yeah, he got the call. Marv went through that specifically on the basis of Corey taking contact. There's still a player in hookah ready to fight with Corey at a moment's notice, and they just heads-up play from Marv to get that calm and just make the gutsy play that it is to go ahead and hit the TP and help out Corey. Although Corey didn't really get any kills, he just gave that pressure and gave him the confidence to go for that. So FaZe, very aggressive so far on the defense, willingness to take all these fights up short, not over-rotating. Those are two big things that have been set in stone from FaZe early. Both NRG getting their ultimates up. Gonna have to take a little bit of an eco here. A little aggressive from BABYBAY, but Rawkus should be able to clean up the two, and he will. He's able to walk off with 3 here, Boggs. Like it, like it, like it.
Yeah, indeed. Last time I saw FaZe play on this map, Rawkus got a really aggressive out towards B long, and FaZe really wanted to get aggressive throughout the course of the map. So I would not be surprised to see those duels being taken against NRG in many more rounds to come, whether or not NRG have pistols or rifles. I think FaZe will like to take the initiative here. Daps get caught on the cross towards hookah, and, well, not hookah, but market. And Corey holds down the long cross. Som falls, and FaZe take the lead here. Last time these two teams met on Bind 2, it was 13-6 in favor of FaZe Clan. NRG got out to a 4-0 start in that one. They only got halfway there right now, and right now, FaZe are looking, I would have to say, in the early going, the better team. Yeah. What is NRG going to do to counter, though?
Yeah, they're looking more composed. They're not looking like they're taking the fights NRG want them to. They're playing their angles, they're playing their anchors, and they're not giving them the fights that NRG are working for, right? They want players to over-rotate. They know FaZe is an aggressive team by nature, but just not being gifted those early fights. Good dash out from BABYBAY. Operator gonna take a repeat, and KOLER gets caught through the corner of Showers. He tried to tap and pre-fire that to get him off the angle, but no fear from the Jett there, Boggs.
No fear whatsoever. It's a good kill for BABYBAY. A second one as well. Off of that initial miss, I thought things might go south for FaZe Clan, but BABYBAY has brought things back, making up for his previous mistakes. eeiu takes a lot of damage too, and BABYBAY still hungry for more kills out towards A short. Marved having all the information from up top though, seeing nobody, spying everything. Now the rotation is going to go back towards the B site for NRG. Rotation back as well for Corey to regroup with Rawkus. Should be a 4th on the board for FaZe, unless something magical can happen here for NRG. I don't know what they really can do, though, especially with that extra rotation, too. It's such a good read from FaZe. They are reading this perfectly right now. The lack of information out towards A, signaling everything back towards B. They still have a couple players to defend. The late Owl drone coming in, going to spot all they need to know. Well, at least one player spotted. Information coming in now. Som needs this opening kill. BABYBAY has another eeiu, trades it out. BABYBAY still here, though. Rawkus has another from elbow. BABYBAY trying to push in. eeiu stuck. A dash away again from the aforementioned Hopper. eeiu swaps to another Vandal, but he gets caught from behind. Got a little bit closer there. A couple constellatory frags there, but overall, FaZe was in control of that round from the opening pick to the end. It's a really good look from them.
Yeah, they're getting all the info in the fights they want early. Right now, NRG, KOLER getting a little unlucky. BABYBAY, big round for the squad. I enjoy the fight he took. The repeat on KOLER is risky. You never know where those bullets are going to be coming through. Sometimes hard to spot, but he picks off KOLER. And then the cool thing is ZachaREEE towards A. A lot of times you can see a Cypher kind of rotate and flex, but due to them being aggressive, having this aggressive pairing of BABYBAY and Corey kind of flexing around on the Raze and Jett across the map, trading and finding opening picks like that, Boggs. The dynamic duo, those two are going to be hard to shut down. And I think NRG need to find a solution to that first, because you get a first pick on the defense, then you just play info. And FaZe are doing that to a T.
They are. Their reads have been extremely good, and BABYBAY is actually going to get a little aggressive out towards long. He'll have to fall off now that the contact's coming in towards the A site. KOLER's run it back, does get sent back from whence it came. Daps with one, Corey trades it back, 4v3 still favoring FaZe Clan. Here comes Marved towards U-Haul. It's Daps next to fall. Corey with the showstopper. Might not find anything, but Marv still has things locked down. KOLER in a 1v4 is made it a 1v3, looking for a little bit more damage to do here. Curveball goes out. Spots nobody has the op shot now. If BABYBAY has location, not expecting Marved all the way out towards A short goal. Did not know he crossed out of the U-Haul. 5 straight for FaZe, 5-2 the lead, and the money for NRG should not be the best here either. Should be a 6 on the board as, yeah, pistols, sheriffs, frenzies. Light buy has to come in from NRG. This is rough waters for them. I'm assuming it's the pick from FaZe. Surely they wouldn't pick this map again after getting 13-6'd.
Yeah, I'm getting the same vibes. If I had to assume, we don't have the info right now, but perhaps we can get it shortly. It does feel right now that FaZe is having it very easy. First picks are the ones they want. They're getting info across the map. They've been pinched on NRG, and we haven't seen much from NRG map control wise. Even winning those opening duels that they want. They're getting out cleared, and the unpredictability of BABYBAY on this Jett with the Corey kind of following him around, attached at the hip on rifle rounds. It's too much for NRG to deal with right now, but we know the raw potential. We know the talent on this team. It just takes one round for them to get going. Blazewall's going to come out. There's going to be a gap in mid-crate if Corey chooses, but he'll just hold for now. KOLER back-to-back with his teammates on site. Rawkus is going to get one through, and it's all of a sudden the pistols finding some big kills, Boggs.
Yeah, it is, and the pistol's working out here, but BABYBAY brings it back, a couple with the blades quickly. And now it's all down to eeiu. Has a good position for a 1v3, but his health is not favoring him. They know where he is now. Spike actually on the other side of the tin can, so eeiu kind of just walled out of this one. Taken down by BABYBAY, gliding nicely, and hits that shot. Great stuff there on the Blade Storm. Got very messy for FaZe, but they were able to convert it in the end. Their money's still more than enough to reinvest. 9K on the offer, too. That's pretty insane. But maybe some confidence back for NRG. Maybe something they can build off of out of that round.
Credit starting to bloom a wee bit. NRG not getting as much out of the rounds as they want. The one confidence thing is they are getting some kills, forcing some rebuys out of FaZe, so they're not completely loaded. Their coffers aren't completely filled, but enough to continue this operator run on BABYBAY. And Corey, again, the battle of the boom bots, the fight for this hookah control, as I said, the Razes. This is going to be an ongoing bout, whether it be on attack or defense. KOLER following Aldrone up a long, and he is considering getting the orb. That dark cover will allow him to do so. They need to find a clean way to clear Corey out. It's just the first round in a while, I'd say, in the entirety of the game, that no one's died early for NRG. They want this to be mistake-free. And trades like that still favor the attacking side.
Yes, they do. The Owl Drone spots out, KOLER out towards long, but overall, we still have a general stalemate across this map. 2-2 setup on the side of FaZe. Just trying to hedge their bets in a pretty even fashion, trusting in their opper. Most importantly, BABYBAY spots daps cross, and BABYBAY has been on one right now. He's hitting all of his shots. Gets a tag, though, the Hunter's Fury. Will not follow up with it, though, from the shadows. effys in towards heaven, not spotted out by anybody. BABYBAY watching that angle, though. KOLER trying to clear out U-Haul, will spot nothing out just yet. effys needs to get that kill, does not, though. ZachaREEE traded 3v2, still favoring the side of FaZe, making a 3v1 and a 3v none. Marved the last 2 kills from heaven. Great stuff from him again. 7 rounds straight for FaZe Clan. I came into this one expecting a very, very close first map, a very, very close match overall. But aside from those first 2 rounds, FaZe have been in full control.
And since that rifle round, the first one where they did that double pump fake did NRG, right? Where they got got hookah, had 2 players go up long, double TP, maintained hookah control, threw that fake, and went back A. There has been no real executes out of spawn. It's been a lot of heavy defaulting, trying not to get picked, but that just simply hasn't happened. The unpredictability of FaZe right now yet to be matched. NRG, I think they need to come out with a set execution. We need to see some sort of set play out of them to switch the pace up. Som tries to do just that. The Odin, all the while rigging out through the U-Haul walls. They need to close this gap, and they need to do it now, Boggs.
They're trying to close the gap, but they're getting shut down instead. ZachaREEE has a 3rd kill on the round. Corey's flank finally pays dividends. And eeiu stuck in a 1v5 with the Spectre. And I don't fancy his chances here. And he might just get spammed down by that Odin, too. It's ringing through the U-Haul wall, this time from the inside, or outside in. Marved will get a hat trick of frags in this round to get an 8th on the board for FaZe Clan. Defuse comes through at long last from Corey. But these aggressive plays, these aggressive plays that FaZe have been doing out towards B have not been countered, and it's giving them so much information.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a really nice info comp. The Sova, the Cypher, the Sova facilitating and setting up BABYBAY with the follow-up from Corey. It's a good triple stack to be kind of just roaming around the map. ZachaREEE doing a nice job of keeping his traps fresh.
This goes here.
You have the typical default ones, right? Like the shower mid ones, but he's doing a nice job of switching up his cam positions, being very unpredictable towards the A side of things. And maybe, just maybe, they're going to try to force some showers control. And the Odin going to spam through, trying to bait someone to walk on in. And here we go. NRG going to try to come up mid. They've lost shower control, and that could be a pivotal mistake. Through the smoke, through the cyber cage. Marv trying to fight desperately. Finally, NRG gets some ground.
Here comes the showstopper, though, from Corey, trying to turn things back into the favor zone squad. Will send that showstopper awry, though. Will not connect on to anybody. Teleporter taken, but Rawkus is in the back lines. 1 and 2. He's got the spike. Potentially the round as well if he gets this 3rd. And he's put it all on Som in a 1v1. Rawkus looking for the quad kill. Spots out Som. Hits the head through the smoke. And Rawkus, a rock for FaZe Clan right now. A Rawkus round. That is about as bad as it can get for NRG. You make a great idea, you have a great read, okay, let's abort A, we got a couple kills, but you get caught from behind, not expecting Rawkus all the way pushed to the entrance of Market. You get shot in the back, you take 1v1 fights, you lose them all, and it's 9 straight for FaZe.
Man, and that's not the first time someone has pushed down Market on the A side, on the B side of things once A contact came in from NRG. We saw Corey do the same thing. So FaZe, finding these gaps and finding these timings, they are out-timing them and keeping things fresh, just like this. This is a confident, we are taking map control, we are running all over you, we're going to continue this trend. No matter your buy, no matter your position, we're coming for you. And Som, he's in a world of hurt. A big satchel away. But on 3 HP, Boggs, I mean, the start of the round could not have went better for FaZe.
Start of this match in general could not have gone better for FaZe.
Yeah, that's so true.
And KOLER, well, he can heal up a little bit here. He'll go for the wall and the hot hands. Curveball out as well. Peeks in, but Marved hits the headshot. Don't need to worry about spray control when you can just hit heads with the Vandal. That's exactly what Marv does right there, and 10 rounds straight to end out the half. The last meeting between these two was a dominant win for FaZe. This is looking even more so, and you have to wonder how much that confidence from that previous victory is carried over here. NRG look rattled.
I don't know if you saw my tweet the other day, Boggs. You know, I tweet sometimes, not a big tweeter, but you know, I send out tweets here and there. I said anyone can beat anyone right now in Valorant.
Yes.
Anyone. And I mean, a tier 3 team, a bunch of people that no one knows about. It is such a wide open game. The meta, lightly set, but you can try anything. Double Sentinel, I think, is really sick on Bind. I think that's going to be the next wave, right? There's so much cool stuff you can do in this game. And right now, it's just FaZe being unpredictable and outgunning. They're aggressive. They're in NRG's face. They're not letting them settle in on a default. That's what you have to do. No comfort zone. KOLER going to try to start it off well on the defensive side. Som's going to try to bait and set up for this Sova outside of TP, but they could be in a world of hurt. eeiu, big shot. Som will swing, and finally, some fights that are going NRG's way. It's felt like it's been forever.
It has been forever. It's been since round number 2 of this game. Or NRG actually last found success. Both pistol rounds converted for NRG, but, well, we saw what happened last time. I need to see more from NRG here on this defense to finally become confident in them. They will have 3 rifles, 2 Vandals, a Phantom, and 2 Spectres across the board. FaZe just going to be content to go with pistols. Here looks like classics too. I've seen some pretty insane classic plays from Corey throughout this first strike qualifier. I would not be surprised to see him get a couple kills just jumping around corners with that burst fire. NRG have to be careful here.
Nothing like a good old right click from a classic. The most broken thing in the game almost, Boggs.
I agree.
Very busted. I might even go all the way and say it shouldn't be in the game, but it's there, and people will take advantage of it. NRG, gonna have to come out with basically equally as good of a start as FaZe playing. You can't afford to be tradey. You have to be in their face, and this is what they need. eeiu, KOLER, showing the confidence. It has to overflow early. They have, even if you have to fake it, you need something to go your way. And thus far, a clean pistol. You only lose 1 against the save from FaZe. That's ideal. You've set yourselves up nicely to bonus here, buy next. But you really want to get this one across the board, especially with the round count where it is right now.
Yes, indeed. It's, I would say, a critical round for NRG to win. They don't have all too much residual cash. Yes, they could get a buy. It wouldn't exactly have all the trimmings and everything they'd need. But they could still have a buy. But if they lost that, it's 13th round for FaZe guaranteed. You need to start building up rounds if you are NRG. I would say get to at least 6. Not even 6. I'd say you need at least 7 rounds before FaZe win another. They need to get this gap closed and quickly, but their aggression does go awry this time. Saw him the first to fall to Corey. And now FaZe have that man advantage on the attacking side. And effys is just taking a dink through the wall. That is the opposite of a good start right now for NRG on the gun round. They need to stabilize. They need something to come back. They need a hero play from somebody to bring them back into this round.
KOLER has run it back. The risk of using it in hookah is he has nobody to cover his body. So, gonna have to communicate with eeiu. At the Sova drone, the Al drone didn't see him. This gives KOLER a unique opportunity with some good timing. Very timid, however. Waiting for eeiu to push with him, right? You either send eeiu to rotate all the way back, or you push as a unit. And I like this push idea. The only problem is there will be a trap wire holding the flank. effys, no success. Corey's big entry because daps has to just lie in wait with a Spectre in heaven. Not an ideal situation. This double flank, it must deliver, Boggs. No option.
That's a good first. KOLER aware of the possibility, has the run it back now too and sends it forward. Cyber Cage there to keep him at bay, but he's going to still take down Marved at the very least before finding one more. daps chimes in on the Corey. It's all down to one last player. That's BABYBAY. As daps has 2 from heaven. BABYBAY is flanking onto that position. Has that kill, but the spike is being defused here. There's being watched too, and KOLER locks things down. KOLER and daps holding it down for NRG. Wasn't a pretty round for him, and in fact, it started extremely rough. But they were able to bring it back there. Great stuff from KOLER on that flank. daps as well from heaven. Those 2 kills, absolutely critical. And NRG, they found some life again. They can hold things off against the pistols. Things will start to look considerably better for them.
Yeah, no, they're going to do the pretty much the exact thing FaZe did. Force hookah fights, get that control, look for your duels, get your duelists online in KOLER, have the Sova just support and roam with the main frag and core, and let the Cypher delay and slow. Very similar approach, but a very fruitful and just very confident. It's very, I wouldn't say easy, but it's the easiest way to go about things. Now, if the Cypher starts getting pressured and bullied and his utility gets figured out, you'll see a switch of things. The one advantage that FaZe had, it was BABYBAY on that Jett, was able to flex a bit easier. So NRG, if they stay a little stagnant, I imagine FaZe will do a side execute. And that's when things will start to tip. But so far, I like NRG's approach. Set up your duelists, get KOLER involved. And they're going to have to basically execute on the site. They've just switched in the attacking role, and BABYBAY goes head first. A face check and a 1-for-1 is not the worst outcome. And we're in retake mode now for NRG.
Oh, yes, they are. And while Marved has another one, shock darts going in towards hookah as well. daps has found another kill, though. That is huge. Rawkus swaps to the sidearm. Sheriff raining true for him. 2v2, looking for another one. Gets side planted, surely. No, Hunter's Fury comes out, gets the first tag, but eeiu is able to get the kill. ZachaREEE trying to hold things down from Garden, gets caught. And somehow NRG escaped with the win, but how messy was that game? They lost 3 players against a pistol buy.
Wow. I mean, expensive, but they get the spike plant, they get some kills. It's worth breaking out the Blade Storm on that particular round. BABYBAY, if he found 2 in hookah, I think you write that round off. And not just for your taxes. It's done. That's it. That round's over. NRG probably back on up and consider a different approach. But they maintain. They hold on. They're going to force orb control. I think KOLER is very close to the run it back. I would imagine. 3 off is Som, and he'll just do the exchange. The very classic boom bot exchange in hookah. And with nothing being given to them early, they'll just simply reset and get into these crossfires. With the operator in hands of Som, look for him to just post and be the man. That's BABYBAY. He's on his way.
Daps is a lot of info out towards short once the peaks come through. Well, if he kept his angle, he would have the information to ZachaREEE. Spots him out now. Cyber Cage has been activated. But FaZe still content to work their way around the map. I think they're just going to see if NRG want to get a little aggressive here. They're leaving BABYBAY, just keeping an eye on hookah. Finally, they'll all group up towards an A hit. One moving up towards bathrooms, maybe a second joined by Corey. The bulk of this hit seems to be coming up short. Dark cover down for effys. Goes for a spam here. Doesn't catch anybody off, though. Still has the paranoia. That could be huge. daps still holding in towards heaven as well with the Phantom at very long range.
30 seconds left.
That's a huge bit of location information onto effys, though. Showstopper out for Corey. Taken down by effys, though. ZachaREEE trades it back, and here comes daps. It's his time to shine. Has information on one, but the spike is still going down. Teleporter taken by KOLER, and the flank is going to be watched. KOLER, if he wins that duel, will win it indeed, and ZachaREEE falling is huge for the side of NRG on the retake. BABYBAY, though, with the operator, keeping an eye on heaven, has a huge bit of work to do himself. Tagged down by that spy cam. Time's ticking away, and the Hunter's Fury's coming through. Marved not going to get tagged down just yet. Finally, a kill comes through onto BABYBAY this time. A shock dart kill worked out as well. Both Marved and Rawkus both towards eeiu isolated. Recon bolt goes up. Here comes daps, though, the huge one. Rawkus, though, a lineup! Rawkus, the 4K! 3 kills in the last second, essentially. The lineup, though, was huge. And it is a 1v3 clutch for Rawkus to get FaZe their first round in 4. And what a round it is, too.
Oh, my goodness. I thought there was definitely going to be a chance for daps to get involved, right? He might have been able to use the neural theft, yet shut down. The showstopper dropped on the floor. Corey not being able to utilize it. I thought that was going to be round. That was going to be the turning point. Wow, Rawkus misses his recon bolt, but makes up for it with the spray of a lifetime. Marv dying for the homie. Lets him line them up, and FaZe are going to be laughing their way into an 11th. You take those. You don't say anything. You just say, you just move on. You say nothing. You let NRG swallow and take that one. It's a hard pill for them to take. And now, backs against the wall. They still have to run it back in the neural theft. And I would say somebody needs to make a play. It's a round where you need someone individually to step up, and it cannot be KOLER with the run it back, at least.
Shut down immediately by the operator in the hands of BABYBAY. daps still sitting in the tin can, switching things up, going to the B side. Corey, though, through the can. Hits that first shot. That's huge. eeiu only good for 1 as well. The defenses are being obliterated here. And it's all down to Som. The whole thing's down. Gets a dink, but that itself was not enough. effys the last alive at a 1v4. Health low on 2 players and medium on another couple. But it's overall not an advantageous position for effys at all. They might get 1 here, but not even that. Rawkus has come online in these last few rounds. And FaZe now 1 round away from replicating that 13-6 scoreline these two teams had just 2 days ago, I believe, or yesterday. Either way, it's a very close scoreline. It's a very close similarity. Not a very close scoreline at all for NRG.
Yeah. Imagine we end the same scoreline of the last time they played. There's if you go back and watch that match, I guarantee you FaZe played the exact same. In their face, confident, not allowing NRG on their attacking side to settle into defaults, and NRG just had no answers when it came to executes. FaZe not giving them those opening picks NRG want, and just out-fragging them across the board. ZachaREEE blind and should be dealt with, but KOLER just a little off the mark. Saw him incoming through the cage. They need that kill, but the cost means B site is now open.
effys just had a stinger and it will bite nobody at all. BABYBAY has him dead to rights with the operator. There's an alert towards who? That's Rawkus. Rawkus has one. Corey has another. eeiu's trying to take out Rawkus and stop that spike, but eeiu now in a very hard situation of 1v4. And Keith, I think, will be sending us to map 2 pretty quickly here. Wow. And it's the shock dart to do the deed. 13-6, a mirror score line of what we saw the first time these two teams met. And FaZe, a dominating performance really from start to finish. Glimmers of hope for NRG, but they were never able to really build upon it. And the result shows. 7 rounds separating these two teams.
Yeah, the last time they played, the only difference was ZachaREEE was on